So I'm going to talk about how um, this is something I realized a long time ago. I don't know what sparked it, um, but the question is, why do outstanding qualities that humans idolize vary so often? And is there not a true one good that will last in the eyes of humans always? And I feel like this is something that's not really thought about or talked about a lot because humans, like, uh, society's standards for what is good and what is bad changes like constantly. I feel like, in terms of human existence, thinking about like the legal system and what laws have just like changed so frequently in the past few hundred years, and in today's culture where there's like things you can say that are so evil and determine what a human is, if they're good and bad, good or bad. And I just think it's um, so weird how, and kind of confusing how there is no single one thing that determines if a person is good. I feel like there are a couple things that determine if a person is bad, like, but there's always exceptions. I'm thinking about like, for like, in terms of legal system, I feel like murder is like the most extreme bad, one of the most extreme bads, and it's like now it's definitely perceived that way. But a few hundred years ago, people would be like dueling in the Midwest, and I guess it's not really good still, like, still be considered like a bad guy, but it's definitely to a less extreme extent. And like, it's so hard to predict if there is going to be change, like in a couple hundred years, what is going to be good and what is going to be bad. Yeah, if you go farther back, like, there were such like heinous acts committed that today we think like that, but back then it was just every day. Like, there was a less negative perception of them, even if they're still bad back then. I can't really speak for people back then, but just in terms of a legality sense, they were definitely more accepted, or the punishment for them was less extreme. But yeah, even like what is a true good quality, if there is one? I feel like there are some like qualities in humans that are being good and generous, or have been frequently perceived as good qualities. I guess it's more the bad that changes a lot. And in some respects, that does affect if a person is perceived as good. Or less bad. I'm trying to think of certain qualities that nowadays, like, or racism. Like, racism is a quality of humans that really until recently has changed in the eyes of society as being bad. A couple hundred, even less than that, I guess, still really hasn't it is more extreme now of a bad quality, but it's just so weird to me how frequently it changes and how something can like progress over time and society can just completely flip on judging something to be bad from when it used to be good. Or not good, but less bad, I guess. Because I feel like no one's really thought racism was good. I guess it's more prevalent in a now progressive society that we value so much. But even then, like, being progressive has changed in the eyes of people as being a more good thing, a better thing than it has been in the past. And it's just something to think about, I guess. Couldn't really come up with great examples of how things have changed, but there are definitely, if you think about it, there are definitely some prevalent examples. Thank you.